Hello viewers, my name is Dr. Felicia. Today I'm going to talk about a social concern that is of very importance to all of us. The debate about the legalization of medical marijuana. Should medical marijuana be legalized in all states of the United States? That is the debate that is going on right now. The legalization of marijuana has pros and cons. But before I dive into the merits of legalizing medical marijuana, I need to tell you that for centuries, medical marijuana has been used as a natural medicinal plant to treat certain illnesses. But in 1937, the federal government restricted the use of medical marijuana and made it illegal. And because it was made illegal to use marijuana of any kind, the use of medical marijuana becomes highly restricted. In the United States of America, 22 states have legalized medical marijuana, including Washington, D.C. And even 2 of these states is also legalized for recreational use, which means you can use it as a party drug to have fun when you're having any kind of party. There's only 2 states in the United States. Before I go into the pros and cons of legalizing medical marijuana, I need to bring to your attention what Dr. Oz said. You know, Dr. Oz is a renowned physician, a renowned doctor who has his own show. But he talked about legalization of medical marijuana in Wendy Williams' show. He said that he doesn't like, not that he doesn't like, that the debate whether to legalize medical marijuana or not is the highest hypocrisy of the federal government. Dr. Oz decried the moral hangover which the federal government is struggling with the issue of legalizing medical marijuana. In his opinion, he believes that federal government should allow doctors to prescribe medical marijuana, even for medical use or recreational use. I believe to some extent, I agree with Dr. Oz to some extent, whether we can legalize medical marijuana or not. But my opinion doesn't really matter. I need to tell you the pros and cons, and then you can decide for yourself whether medical marijuana should be legalized in all states of America. We'll start with the benefits of legalizing medical marijuana. One of them is medical marijuana. The medical use of marijuana will help to treat people that has chronic pain, people that have arthritic pain, even neuropathic pain that has to do with the brain. It also helps people suffering from AIDS or HIV. Most of them lose their appetite during this process. So taking medical marijuana will help them to regain their appetite. Again, one of the benefits of using medical marijuana is that it helps to treat people that have nausea or vomiting, people that throw up when they are suffering from any kind of sickness. It helps to stop the throwing up. Again, people that are suffering from multiple sclerosis can also benefit with the medical marijuana because it helps them to stop the involuntary shaking of their body. There's also another use of medical marijuana. It is safer. It is safer than the opiates. Every one of us knows the federal government is struggling with opioid addiction, how to contain it. The medical marijuana is safer than opiates and it's less addictive than opiates. Now we're going to go to the people that argue against medical marijuana being legalized as a medical use or recreational use. They contend that smoking, injecting, or even chewing medical marijuana can affect short-term memory. It can also affect your cognitive thinking. Cognitive memory. Cognitive means thinking. It can change the way you think or reason. Also, people that use medical marijuana can also carries the risk of abuse and addiction. Though it's not as bad as opiates, it also has that tendency for people to be addicted to it. Also, they argue that some compounds in medical marijuana causes cancer. It has cancer-causing agents inside it. Again, those of them that oppose the legalization of marijuana says that the medical use of marijuana has been implicated in a lot of accidents that happen, car crashes, and accidents in workplace situations. Last but not the least, the fact that medical marijuana has been, the government has made it illegal, implies that it has no medical use. Remember that federal government has classified medical marijuana as Schedule 1 controlled substance, which means that, first of all, it means that it's illegal. It means that it has no relevant medical use. Now, whichever side you believe, I need to point out certain things. When you legalize something, people will be tired of it. Our teenagers will say, okay, now that it's available, I don't care. But when it's restricted, people will be curious and they will go to any length to obtain the marijuana or any other kind of drugs. But the problem, I have to point out the problem that faces federal government. The problem of classification. First of all, the federal government classified it as Schedule 1 controlled substance, which makes it illegal. But another problem or challenge that the federal government faces in trying to legalize it in all states. Remember, 22 states of America has legalized it, but the rest of the states are still on the fence. But the problem the federal government will face is the classification. By that classification, it will be very difficult to control or to regulate the production, distribution, and sale of medical marijuana. That is the problem the federal government faces. Now, what is your own opinion? Should medical marijuana be legalized? Why? or why not? This is Social Conscience by Dr. Felicia. Watch me on my YouTube channel. Some of you have asked me, how do you go to my YouTube channel? What you need to do is to put Dr. Felicia Ibezim in Google, Dr. Felicia Ibezim -YouTube, and you can see some of the videos that are recorded there. You can also like me on Facebook. Thank you.